Okay guys, so this isn't gonna be like the best quality video, but I'm in the mood to make a video and I'm not normally, and I do want to stay as consistent with the updates as possible even though I've failed for about a month. I think even if I'm talking nonsense, it's good to see how my voice is changing, how everything's changing. But yeah, I think it's been about a month since I've posted again. Obviously the voice is continually getting deeper, and something my mom Jessica and I have realized, it's difficult to see day to day, but when we decide to go and watch old videos or whatever, it's really weird to see my voice has changed. This light doesn't do it justice, but I do have a mustache coming in and chin hairs are starting, my sideburns are coming in. I think my jaw is starting to square out. Yeah, I mean, everything else is kind of the same. It just keeps growing in regards to body hair. Everywhere it's getting thicker on my legs, on my stomach. I'm just as that I'm getting back hair. So it is exciting, and everything keeps changing, and it's not stopping, which is awesome. I think I've started to get the acne under control, which is really nice. But something I haven't really talked about or brought up are the mental changes. And I guess this is also kind of like a apology video too for everybody that's in my life, and I've kind of been MIA, not really responding to people maybe as often as I should, or being as attentive to my friends. I have lived my life probably since I was about 15 being a caretaker, a caregiver, carrying the weight of the world on my shoulders for everybody else. Sorry, I'm kind of sick. I am everybody's best friend, but I don't particularly feel as if I have someone I can call my best friend except really my friend Olivia. And so I've had this weird change of mindset, and I don't know if it's the testosterone, I don't know if it's just the stress of life itself in general. I was just having a talk with my friend Chloe and telling her, this transition is a huge, huge thing. If I wasn't a full-time student, and I'm lucky enough to be able to not have to work full-time right now, but there are people who, they have a full-time job and they have a full-time education that they go to, and, you have relationship, not issues per se, but, you have a relationship and you have your partner you have to care about, you have your friends you have to care about, and there's so much stuff that besides the transition, that itself is huge. And then to add this transition, which is so, it's the best thing that I could ask for, but at the same time, the process to get to where I want to be is hard and it's long, and I know I'm not the same person anymore. And to the people who have come to me before and, call me all the time, whether it's I loaned you thousands of dollars because you were in a rut, or I helped buy your car, or that was the person that I used to be, and people are still coming to me expecting me to be that person, and I'm not. I can't take care of the world anymore because I'm finally starting to have to take care of myself. And I'm talking about this in the video and in regards to the transition because I personally do think like my patience has gone way lower. And I think it's because, and it's hard because I personally feel like my mindset and my point of views are very selfish. And I don't want to feel selfish, but at the same time, I think it's because I've taken my entire life of taking care of people that I'm not used to kind of being like, okay, wait, hold on, like, you're not taking care of me, and I don't think you're good in my life anymore. So yeah, it's been hard, and it's something, I deal with every day, and I talk to Jess and my mom about, like, I feel bad. Like, I wouldn't say that I don't care the same, but I just don't empathize the same anymore. I've never been the one to compare problems or compare issues or say, well, my deal is bigger than yours. But at the same time, right now, a lot of the people in my life surround me with negativity, and they let the little things get to them, and things that are little to me are huge to them, and that's okay, and I want them to be able to deal with things the way that they deal, but I personally don't deal with negativity the way that I used to. I'm at this weird point where I'm like, if you're not benefiting me or, you know, raising me up the way I'm raising you up, then what's the point of this one-way friendship? Um, I think this video is more for myself to kind of stay strong in this mindset, because I am used to being a doormat and, letting people walk all over me, and like I said, being everybody's best friend but not having a best friend in someone else. And when it comes to my relationship, with Jessica, I could not have asked for a better partner to go through this transition with. I could never have asked for a better person, a friend, a best friend. And above all, she is my best friend. And I'm really grateful for that, because she keeps me in check. And I am not the type of person to snap. I'm usually very rational and kind of calm before I hit my point, which is like only 1% of people ever see that point. But as of lately, there are times that I snap or I get annoyed, and she's so calm and so good, and she just says, hey, like, you told me to watch yourself, so watch yourself. Same with my mom. She knows, and I'll tell her, I'll be like, I can't deal with this right now. I can't handle this conversation that we're having. And I think they're appreciating the fact that I can say that, but also at the same time it's hard, because they know me as that patient, calm, caring person. And not to say that I don't care anymore, or that I'm not patient or calm, but I just don't feel the need to have to be everybody's everything. So yeah, I guess that's as good of an update as I can give. I think sooner or later, I keep talking about doing the sex talk video, and I will. But also right now, I don't really get a lot of people asking me how I am, how my transition is, how whatever. And that's okay, because like I said, I like being that person for everybody else. But I also don't kind of want to be sexualized or fetishized, or be kind of like this, like, oh my god, like Ren, he has basically a penis that's growing. And I don't want, I guess, I am not the person to talk about my past relationships, and I'm not going to talk about what happened with Cheyenne and I, but she fetishized me, and that's not something that I ever want to happen again. So I'm just I'm wavering back and forth on that, and I know it's probably not like the most important thing to you guys, but also at the same time, I have actually helped 4 people come out, which is awesome, and I'm like so glad that I was able to do that. And I remember saying in the beginning of all this, in that first video, if I can help one person, I did my job. So I did my job. But I still feel like I have so much more to do, and I do know that making that video will help people. But this is a very private time for myself, and I have been doing so much in trying to put it out there to help other people. But ultimately, and I was saying that this was my transition before, but this isn't just my transition. This is mine, my mom's, my brother's, Jessica's, my dad's, and so I've been keeping it a little more distant and a little more private, because not only do I want to respect myself, but I want to respect them. But yeah, so ultimately, I have my days, and especially the day that I do the injection, I don't know if it's like a mental thing or if it's actually because the testosterone is just in me and there. It's hard, and I feel like I'm staying positive and I'm staying happy, and I do feel like even when I have my bad days, I keep telling myself ultimately that end goal, end of the tunnel, I'm gonna be the man I know I am, and that's really all that I can look forward to. So to sum it up, I am happy and stable and safe and healthy. Everything else is just kind of the roller coaster of life that I know I have to go through, and on top of that is the transition. But I'm happy with where I am, what I'm doing, and where I'm going. I'm happy with my relationship with, my girlfriend, my parents, my brother. I'm happy for my very few friends that I do call my friends, and I'm not just their friend. Um, and I think, and I hope that ultimately I'll be able to be that caregiver again, because I do like helping people and easing pain for people, because, um, you know, since I was 13, 14, I was in a lot of pain. Um, and I had people who were there for me, who made me feel good, and now I just kind of feel like for the rest of my life I owe it to do it for other people too. So hopefully I'll get back there. If not, I'm still super proud of the person I am, and I know I'm becoming more strong and confident in myself, and I'm not letting people walk all over me, and I think that's also a really good thing too. So we'll just kind of see where it goes, and sorry if the audio or visuals are crappy on this. I'm doing it on my phone, but yeah.